The question we're going to try to answer today is a 50-year mortgage the solution to unaffordable housing? Recently, there has been talk of introducing 50-year mortgages as a way to address ongoing housing unaffordability. The idea aims to lower monthly payments for homebuyers by extending the loan term beyond the standard traditional 30 years. So, is this a solution or just a band-aid? And is it actually advantageous for new homebuyers? Let's get into it. To illustrate the trade-offs, consider a $400,000 home loan at the current average 30-year fixed mortgage rate. And so we're assuming 6.25% here. As of November 10th is the number I used. Note that 50-year mortgages don't currently exist in the US, so this assumes the same interest rate applies. In reality, lenders are likely to charge a premium for such an extension, which would increase costs further. So the monthly payment drops by about 11%, which could free up roughly $3,400 annually. However, this comes at the expense of paying nearly double the interest over the loan's life, essentially trading short-term relief for long-term financial drag. While a 50-year mortgage might ease the immediate sticker shock of monthly payments, it's ultimately a superficial fix that does not tackle the root causes of housing unaffordability. In high-cost areas like New York, California, or even Sunbelt cities, the crisis stems from undersupply, driven by restrictive zoning laws, high construction costs, and insufficient land for development. Not to mention housing being scooped up by large corporations and investors. Extending loan terms just kicks the can down the road, potentially locking in generations into debt, servitude without solving the core issue of demand and supply. The issue is that true solutions would require policy overhauls, like reforming local land use regulations, incentivizing private builders, and monitoring population growth. One of the largest financial literacy failures in this country is the fixation on monthly payments. We need to stop looking at the monthly payment amount as the sole measure of affordability and start scrutinizing total interest and principal paid. This band-aid has already been applied to car loans, where 6 and 7 year car loans are now the norm. These longer loans make it possible for dealers to sell cars at higher prices than would otherwise be affordable, or may I say it, acceptable. Now, unlike a depreciating asset like a car, where a longer loan term amplifies losses, a home is potentially an appreciating asset that builds equity over time. That's the one silver lining here. If your house appreciates at 3 to 4% annually, which is a historical average, it could offset some of the interest drag through forced savings via principal paydown and potential resale gains. But let's be clear, interest is still a pure expense, not an investment. You're handing banks hundreds of thousands in exchange for borrowed money, regardless of what the property does later. Without reviewing the total cost, people can end up overpaying massively, bidding up prices in a vicious cycle because the easy $2,180 a month feels doable compared to the original $2,463, even if it means $400,000 more in out-of-pocket over the decades. Smart buyers should always run the full numbers, considering the principal and interest cost over the life of the loan.